Hello, Standard 10. We started with the chapter The Union Executive, and in the Union Executive, we completed the executive power. In the previous video, I explained to you the executive power. Today, we are going to start with the legislative powers of the Union Executive. Now, legislative powers of the President will be doing it. Legislative powers of the President of India. Now, first thing which you have to know here, the President of India is an integral part of the Parliament. Now, what is this integral part of the Parliament? This Parliament consists the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha, okay, and the President. So here, the President of India is an integral part of Parliament, means it consists the President, it consists the Lok Sabha, it consists the Rajya Sabha. Now the President enjoys vast power. So today we are going to study about the legislative powers of the President. He addresses the Parliament. President addresses the Lok Sabha. But when he addresses the Lok Sabha, the first session of the Parliament after each general election to the Lok Sabha and the first session of each year is addressed by the President. Understood here? So here the first session of the Parliament after each general election to the Lok Sabha and the first session of each year is addressed by the President. Okay, and what is this President address? In which he lays emphasis on the internal and external policies of the government. Means what he addresses, what he reads out, he on the emphasizes on the internal and external policies of the government. The second legislative power is he can summon or prorogue either house of the parliament, means he calls or he suspend any house, whether it is Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha. The next, he can dissolve the Lok Sabha and order fresh election. He can dissolve the Lok Sabha and order fresh election. Fourth, he can address the joint session of the parliament of each one of the house separately. You have studied about president address. In the beginning only I said president addresses. So president can address the joint session or the president. Joint session means both the houses, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, sits together. So this is called joint session. So the president address a joint session of the parliament or each one of the house separately. Okay. Now here the another question which is there, the president has a power to call for the joint session. Okay, the president has a power to call for the joint session. But when the joint session is summoned or called by the president, if bill has been rejected by any house, whether it is Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. So if bill has been rejected by any house of the parliament, if more than 6 months elapsed, okay, if more than 6 months have lapsed, so the president can call joint session of the parliament for the purpose of passing the bill. The bill is passed by simple majority of the joint sitting and the Lok Sabha has an advantage. Why? Because of its superior strength. The next legislative power, the president has a power to nominate or appoint 12 members to the Rajya Sabha and 2 members to the Lok Sabha. And these 2 members, they represent the Anglo-Indian community. And when he nominates, if none of its members get a seat in the Lok Sabha, then he can send message to either house of the parliament. He can send message to either house of the parliament. Next, he is an integral part of the parliament. Before also I taught to you, integral means the parliament, Lok Sabha you have, the Rajya Sabha you have, and the president. So therefore, no bill passed by both the houses of the parliament can become law unless he signs it. It means after his assent, after he gives assent, the bill becomes a law. Okay. Or he has a power to withhold the bill or send it back to the house for reconsideration with his suggestion or recommendation. If the bill is passed again with or without his suggestion, the president has no choice in case of money bill and he has to sign it. Okay. Next, the most important, he issues ordinances. Okay, but when he issues ordinances, when the parliament is not in session, he issues ordinances when parliament is not in session. But what is this ordinance? It is a temporary law. When the parliament is not in session, that time he issues ordinances, he makes this temporary law promulgate at a time when both the houses of the parliament are not in session. And if the parliament does not approve ordinance within 6 weeks from the date it reassemble, the ordinance will lapse. Okay. The bill for the formation of new state or alteration of area of the existing state cannot be introduced except on the recommendation of the president. And the last, the governor may reserve and send a bill passed by the state legislature for reconsideration of the president. The president can refuse his assent or give his assent or can also send it back for reconsideration. So you studied some of the legislative powers of the president, where it is very important that the president has a power to address the parliament after each general election or to the Lok Sabha, and he addresses even the first session of each year. Then he can summon or prorogue either house of the parliament. He can dissolve the Lok Sabha and order fresh election. He can address a joint session of the parliament or each one of the houses separately. And if bill has been rejected by any house of the parliament, if more than 6 months has lapsed, the president can summon a joint session of the parliament for the purpose of passing the bill. The bill is passed by simple majority of joint sitting. The Lok Sabha has an advantage. It's because of its superior strength. Then he nominates 12 members to the Rajya Sabha. He also nominates 2 members in the Lok Sabha, okay, representing the Anglo-Indian community. He sends message to either house of the parliament. He is an integral part of the parliament. Therefore, no bill passed by both the houses of the parliament can become a law unless he signs. He has a power to issue ordinances when parliament is not in session, and these ordinances are temporary law. Then, and these laws, this temporary law remains till for 6 weeks. Okay. So here, a bill for the formation of new states or alteration of area of the existing states cannot be introduced except on the recommendation of the president. The governor may reserve and send the bill passed by the state legislature for consideration of the president, and the president can refuse his assent or give his assent to, or can also send it back for reconsideration. So we are going to end the class. I hope you have understood. Thank you very much.